Yeah,
so
I see this
important
export users button. That's like, I imagine it to be the dream of every social
every
media
YouTuber.
channel owner.
Yeah. Please add 400,000 followers, export users with email addresses, and so basically I think people more and more understand that's one of the important things for the future, to be in control of your own viewer base. And if you do marketing, if you are a brand, or if you are a social media personality, in the end you want to own the data.
Welcome everybody to this first Tradecast Talk. I'm here with my colleague Yillmaz Schoen. My name is Kenneth. I'm brand manager at Tradecast, and I wanted to set up these talks so we could have some conversations about online video, about OTT, about the world we are active in every day, and hopefully give listeners, viewers some insights that might be helpful. And I wanted just to check in with you and run through some recent additions to our great platform. So it might be good to just start with a quick introduction.
Yeah, so thank you, Kenneth, and this is a great morning to talk about everything that's going on in the industry, and of course about everything that we are doing with Tradecast and all the development that we are going through. Mm-hmm. So my name is Yillmaz and I'm founder of Tradecast, and our journey started almost 7 years ago. Building what we believe is the most powerful video management platform there is in the market, and some of those things we will show you, of course, today. And I think it's very important to explain some of the features we have, because I think we make a lot of difficult things very easy, and I think that's a good thing to show, not only to talk about, but also to show how it works.
Yeah, I think that's a good jumping off point, because in my work, in the conversations I have that involve Tradecast, the question I get asked the most is, how do I get started? I mean, we target specifically content owners that want to gain more ownership over their video content and want to either monetize it or make it available in more marketplaces or app stores. And it's the idea of getting started with your own video platform or with your own video distribution sounds like a really big, ambitious project, which we try to make as easy as possible. So maybe that's a good starting point for our conversation. Not to get too into it, but maybe try to make it a bit easier for people to understand that we've done a lot of the hard work, so you can just focus on distributing content.
Yeah, and that's basically, I think, what the whole concept of Tradecast was in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Of course, the broadcast industry, but also the online video industry is quite complex. And if you want to use online video, of course, you have social options, mm-hmm. But then you're not really in control of your own content and your own revenue models. And starting like a Netflix or a big video distribution platform by yourself, besides of all the coding work, it's a very big job to do if you start from scratch. Yeah. And so the whole concept behind Tradecast is and was and still is a SaaS-based platform. So we deliver you all the software, all the technology, all the latest technology to distribute and monetize your video content. And the interesting thing is that it is useful for smaller companies, but also for the really big ones. Yeah. So it's a really interesting thing, since basically the internet is changing to video. Mm-hmm. So we strongly believe that every website in the future is more like an interactive video experience than a website with videos. And so when we're basically at the beginning and in the center of this new thing that's happening. And I think it's important to know that basically we're a SaaS company, so you can rent all the technology from us. You pay a monthly license fee. So that's very low profile, also on the investment side. Of course, there's a price, but for the time you spend or the money you spend to build all this technology yourself, it will take you a lot of time to go to market, but also to build all these kinds of things.
Yeah.
And so what we do is we help our clients to basically start straight away, because we're available for them, and they can choose their own kinds of business model, so they can incorporate it into their own website.
Yeah.
They can get a complete platform from us, web-based, mobile-based, but also like smart TV apps or smart devices. So they choose, and we'll help them with that very quickly. And then they can focus on why they want to do this, and that could be marketing-wise, that could be a revenue model, or that could be delivering like a very big TV experience or OTT experience to their clients or to their viewers. So basically it all starts that we deliver our clients a very comprehensive cloud-based management system. So we won't go through it all, but it's very important that you understand that we'll give you all the tools, and this is in the industry one of the most complete video management systems there is. So you can check all the tools here in your dashboard. You can see what subscriptions you have, your free viewers, but also where they're based, and all the data is stored, of course, in the platform.
Yeah, so the dashboard should be seen as like your starting point. When you've logged into your own video management system, this shows you all the things you want to know right away. So viewers, registered viewers, like people you actually get the contact information of, data usage. The dashboard is your place to go. You
get your own space, your own cloud setup, and also all the power behind it. It's purely in your own system. That's of course very important for scalability. But in here you have everything you need. You can see your storage, your data traffic, also your transcoding. We can transcode in a lot of different ways your content, so it could be delivered from one location to all your viewers, also on different platforms. And of course, beside this, we have complete management systems of all your videos. So all your videos are in here with all the data and also everything that's connected, all the metadata, etc. from your videos is in here.
Yeah, so when you start uploading videos to your platform, this is where you go to the video overview. I see the upload buttons there at the top. This is where like the transcoding magic happens. When you click the upload button, you select the videos you want to upload. This system takes care of the rest.
Yeah, so you can do multi-upload, single upload, and you can basically everything what you expect you can do here. Create your thumbnails, your custom thumbnails, all the search information, the metadata from the videos. And as you see in this menu, you have analytics. You can also embed and share this content on other locations. We have interactive overlays, so there's a lot of things you can do, but you also can completely categorize all your videos, basically like you have your Netflix menus or your so all your viewers will see that in the end, of course, in the front end. And this works from one location to everything.
Yeah. For those of our clients that use this system to also offer their own video platform, then you get the extra tools to categorize content, to create user interests, to like do some styling on the front end systems. Yeah. But that's something that you can choose to do. I mean, you can also use this management system to just upload content and use the sharing, embedding, and API tools we have available.
Yeah, of course, and that's I think most important about the whole system, that it's multi-purpose.
Yeah,
and there's no limit in how you can use it. So it's not. Won't choose for I want to embed it in my website and then you can't do something else. You can do it all.
It's end-to-end.
So that's important.
Okay.
And well, basically in this management system, we won't go through it all at this point because we could do a very long video.
There's quite a lot, yeah.
But you can categorize basically everything you need to start a platform or categorize your videos for your own references. Can be done in here.
Yeah, I see the uploaded content, but I also see live streams, user-generated content. In the last months, we've taken quite a few steps to update and streamline the management system to be even easier to use and have more features. I mean, the live streaming engine has been completely redone. So
yeah, I think the live streaming engine is very important part of the system, because we also are one of the few video management systems that incorporate on-demand and live into one.
In one solution.
In one solution. So every live stream or every live event you do is basically a piece of content as well. And we have a very strong live stream engine with a lot of features and a lot of options in quality. You can all set up straight from the management system, and you can broadcast on your own website, on your own platform, and make it a product, sell it, do it as a free view, and it uses all the power of the cloud. So also
even for live streams, you don't have to do it either on your platform or on a website where you want to embed the live stream. You can choose wherever you want to make your live stream available.
Yeah, that's true, and you have all the options and all the things you need to do that on a very professional and a very scalable way within this platform. Yeah. So, but we'll make a special video about that as well.
Let's do that too. Dive deeper into live streaming. Yeah.
Deep dive into live streaming. Another very nice feature is user-generated content. So if you have our mobile apps for your brand, also your viewers can send in content as well. Of course, the users are very important in all the systems because all the data is stored in here. So we won't show the user data because it's of course limited for every client to itself. But it's important. The ownership of your content and of your usage is very important in basically in your value model or your revenue model or the value of your platform. Yeah. So if you have 1 million viewers on YouTube, you can't export their email addresses. No. And of course, in this system, you aggregate all the contact addresses for yourself, and also not for us because it's totally the ownership of the client. Yeah, so I see this export users button. That's like I imagine it to be the dream of every social media YouTuber. Channel owner. Yeah. Yeah, please, I have 400,000 followers, export users with email addresses, and so basically I think people more and more understand that's one of the important things for the future, to be in control of your own viewer base. And if you do marketing, if you are a brand, or if you are a social media personality, in the end you want to own the data. And of course all the social media platforms are brilliant of doing marketing or growing or being famous, but it would be very wise for everybody to get their viewers out of there in a separate place for the future. And you can combine those. It's not a choice, you can do it both. So that's important. Yeah, that's a good point. All kinds of monetization options as well. So one of the I think one of the important things we have in the platform and in the technology, that you can use all the possible revenue models at the same time. So you could do advertise, so commercials in your videos, but you can also sell subscriptions. You can also rent out a video, and you can do it all at the same time. So you have all kinds of monetization options, and you can combine them. So if you have a video that's free view with commercials, if somebody buys a subscription, he won't see the commercial. But you can also have a separate piece of content, of groups of content. You can rent out, or you can sell, or you can do a complete platform subscription like Netflix. And you can always do that, and you can always change that. So you can really play with your your business and with your video platform. So that's very interesting. And basically everything's in there, from creating plans, creating products, doing discount codes, ticketing, etc. But also for the marketing we have some tools. So you have like the big sliders on top of like Netflix with a new featured film, and you can create a product of that or link that to something else. So we really made it very direct and useful for our clients to use. And that is exactly what you see in like some of the examples we have.
Okay, let's take a look.
So this is one of our new clients and platforms that do a platform in the dental space. So basically this is a knowledge platform with really nice documentaries about the professional side of this job, of this profession. So this is a platform with really nice documentaries, especially for this.
More like a niche audience.
Niche audience. Really highly created content and also in depth. So with subscription service, and of course you see that they used it here for telling which new articles or new videos are in there. I
see the marketing slider at the top, and then they've set up the platform so that you get the newest content on the homepage, and when you want to see, for instance here, the trailers, that they've categorized them using the category tools.
And of course that you can see that straight away. And so you can see those trailers straight away, and of course everything leads to the subscription of this platform.
Could you move your mouse again, because I saw a pop-up. That brings you directly to the like the shop portal of this platform where you can buy the video.
True, and you can choose your options to buy or sell. So and that was a small example of the interactivity we have in videos as well, and everything leads to in the end the purpose of the whole platform is getting subscriptions. So this is one example how you could do that. But we also have platforms that do like a single film, or in this case a featured film. So this is an independent movie producer or company that released their main video or main movie on our platform, where you can see this is completely made to support their video, and you can see making of videos for free on the platform, and of course buy the movie. And in the same way you can go to
the shop
page. To the shop and decide on what quality you want to rent, and this is like direct to consumer distribution of your own products, of your own productions, and of course that's the shortest way, and it's, as a business model, is very interesting if you can reach your own audience. And there's no one in between.
No, that's what I wanted to say, because this production company is renting our software. They've uploaded their movie in 2 different qualities, and then they've set up their the shop environment on their platform so that their audience can just buy the product directly from them. We're not in between that. It's just it's their platform.
And it's their platform. It's their movie, and this is the optimal revenue model for them. And of course, for smaller independent movie creators or content creators, that's the ideal spot to be in. And well, that's one of the things I think we can be proud of, because we want to create basically independence for all kinds of content makers.
That's a good one.
And that was the vision 7 years ago, and that's of course the vision we still have. And we see this being used by all kinds of content creators. So we also have like bigger YouTubers that also have their own platform, and I think one of the most important things about that is that they also are building their audience in a separate place for future purposes. But also this is the place that they sell out their theater tickets or other things.
To live events.
And events to their still growing audience on YouTube. So this strengthened this is strengthening their business model for in the future.
Because the example we're looking at now, these are YouTube, mainly YouTube content creators that have a very popular platform on a social video site.
Yeah.
That have decided that they wanted to, next to their YouTube efforts, also set up their own platform.
Yeah, and basically we see a serious percentage of their following is also on social, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
But a serious percentage of that is member, so that basically the die-hard fans.
Yeah.
And it's like 15 to 20% of the total, and those are serious numbers. The interesting thing is that a lot of their social followers, so YouTube followers, are also here. It's like a 15 to 20%, and that's interesting for maybe the life after YouTube.
Yeah.
Now we see products also being sold because you have more data. You have more data about your own followers, and that's an important thing for the future.
And was there any, for these content creators, any anxiety to start something separate from their YouTube efforts? Because I can imagine a lot of content creators that are mostly active on a platform like YouTube that have found a way to monetize that and to be successful in doing that. It could be a big and frightening step to break away from the platform that has always treated them in a nice way and made it so that they can have their living off of a platform that they're not in control of.
Yeah, well, basically the platform treated them, usually not in a nice way.
Okay.
But of course, it's the basic, the beginning of their success.
Yeah.
And sure, people are thinking about that. But well, also the numbers show they're still growing there.
Okay. So it hasn't cannibalized their...
It hasn't cannibalized anything.
No.
And you see that in a part there is an additional business model here even that you can watch the video that goes online tomorrow here first if you have a fan subscription.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So that's even a small extra business model. But
yeah.
You see that more and more on different kinds of platforms that people are monetizing that way. So that's the option we offer as well. And it's also how you introduce it, because we introduce it as like a fan app and a fan portal instead of something that is a direct competitor of YouTube, because that's not the whole idea and it's not what we want.
It's not like, hey guys, we're moving to our new platform.
No, not at all. And
we're opening up.
You should never do that or think like that because it's just an extra outlet that is now extra and now a place you can finally get some data and grow slowly. Yeah. Well, in this case, it wasn't that slow because it was in top of the download charts on Apple for 3 days. But you can work on that new business model for the future at the same time. So it hasn't hurt at all. And this is something now. There are a lot of new plans to make next steps in this. So the numbers tell us there's not a risk. And that's, I think, a very important
That's
thing.
Good to...
But as I mentioned, like those social platforms don't always treat even the bigger YouTubers that well because it's a closed box. Yeah. It's not like you can call somebody if you have a problem. It's the big thing. And more and more, that also is the fact for brands. So one of our other clients, it's one of Europe's biggest companies in
online retail.
Online retail in the erotic space, and they make very high quality content. The subject is of course about pleasure and sex, etc. But nothing
explicit,
or imagery or things you can say that would be for an adult.
Adults only.
Adults only.
Yeah.
But they still already have problems on social platforms. So they can
even though they're not showing anything explicit, it's just because it's their subject matter that they're they're actually forced to look at other solutions for their distribution.
And of course you get that more and more. It's with all kinds of rules, and there are worldwide rules. A lot of more companies, also in totally other different spaces than this, are experiencing more problems there.
Yeah. They're getting shut out of the major platforms.
Also experience like other content being presented of competitors, or content that also isn't always the truth. So rumors, etc., etc. Yeah. So for brand protection, also a lot of companies and bigger brands are looking for ways to do that in their own environment and space. And it's both. So they can do both and work on this in this way. And in this case, this platform has a lot of like in-depth content, talks, etc., etc. But also this content is even embedded within their web shop, of course, their main revenue model by themselves. So it's a combination between the video platform and enriching the web shop environment with the same video content from a safe place, which is their own platform.
Yeah, the single source. Yeah. And I see a mix of product videos that I think those are the videos that you mentioned that they're embedding in their web shop, like a separate website, but also a lot of like educational and more entertaining content.
Yeah, basically there's some shows that are created on here that have a very high
entertainment value.
Entertainment value, yeah. So that's interesting to see, and we see that in all kinds of markets, because we also have a lot of platforms that have to do with preparing food, for instance. When you prepare food, it's also interesting to link to the recipe, or even put all the ingredients in the shopping basket.
In your shopping cart.
Of the, in this case,
there's some nice meat
shop that's supporting this platform.
Yeah.
So we see all kinds of niche in niche sounds small, but sometimes a niche is very big.
Yeah.
We see all these platforms start to evolve around all these kinds of subjects on our technology.
I mean, everyone loves good food.
Yeah, and so we even this is another of our clients in Food Reporter. This is basically a platform where chefs go to do to look for new insights and inspiration to create new content. So it's not only for like the big audience, but also for smaller audiences. Yeah. And this is a place where chefs can go to for inspiration as well.
Cool.
So basically, I think the most important thing after all this time, we've been working on this for 7 years now, that we've created a very complete video management system. With all the tools in the back end. We solved all the difficulties technically for you, with all the things underneath the hood of all the engine.
Yeah, things you might not really think of when you start thinking about ownership and broadcasting, such as scalability, different systems that need to work together. I mean, it's one thing to upload a video, but it's totally other thing to have it available on the web in all those different resolutions.
And all different devices. And if you have premium content, that it's rightly protected, that you have devices that not like the whole neighborhood can watch the same film that has. So basically everything you can think of in the premium video space, we've taken care of you. And we deliver you the front end applications as well, so we can white label all the examples you've seen are our platform made tailor-made for our clients to be in their own brand, to be their own plan, their own concept. So basically we can help you with everything, and it's great to see a lot of these brands, individuals, famous YouTubers finding their way in this new era of video distribution. And by that I mean being independent being independent from the big, in the future, the big online platforms. Of course, what we've seen before, the traditional television.
Yeah.
So we are really in between those markets.
Right in the middle.
With the only vision to give you the freedom to distribute the way you like and to use it the way you like.
All right. Well, thank you, Yillmaz, for taking the time to show this complete solution. And thanks all for watching and for listening along with all these examples. And we'll be back with more of these Tradecast talks about all the different, like zooming in on a couple of different specific features and solutions, because when you were scrolling down the list, I was like, I wanted to spend some time on monetization, I want to spend some time on live streaming and setting that up. That's it for this episode. Thank you for sharing the insights.
Thank you, and let's do this more often.
Yeah, let's do it more often. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right.